Okay, I'm going to go over the application problem for the law of sines, okay? So this is in the law of sines portion of the test, or the test preview, okay? So we know we're going to be using the law of sines to do this. So we had to change the question just a little bit so that it makes sense. So on your preview, it will have different wording for this. So make sure that you look through the wording and that you change the wording so that it matches, okay? So we have a pole that's in the air and it is 57 feet, okay? And it's leaning so that there's a wire that's attached to the ground over here. And that wire is 62 feet long, okay? And if the wire makes an angle of 64 degrees with the ground, so that's right here, what is the distance from the base of the pole? So here's our pole, so here's the base of the pole, to the point where the wire attaches. So this is what we're solving for right here. That's our x value, okay? So we notice when we look at this that I have the angle 64 degrees and the side across from it is 57, but I don't know any other angles. And so I can't solve for x because I don't know the angle x. And I have the 62 feet, but I don't know what this angle is. So we're going to start off by solving for this angle. And just for this purpose, I'm going to call this z, okay? So to solve for that, I'm going to set up the law of sines. So the sine of 64 divided by 57 is equal to the sine of z divided by 62. And we're going to solve for z. So 62 times the sine of 64 equals 57 times the sine of z, cross multiplying. Then we solve by dividing by 57 and taking the inverse sine. Okay, so when I take that inverse sine, I'm going to multiply 62 times the sine of 64 and divide that by 57. And then I'm going to do the inverse sine by doing second sine, second answer. And we get 77.860, okay? So this 77.860, it's right here. So we always want to draw a picture so we know what's going on. I just wrote that in the wrong spot. This actually is our other corner right here, 77.860. Okay, so to find this angle, I now would add these two together and subtract from 180. So 180 minus 77.860 minus 64, and that will give me angle x. So 180 minus 77.860 minus 64, and angle x is 38.14. Okay, so now that we know that angle, now I can set up a law of sines to solve for side x. So if I do, again, the sine of 64 divided by 57, that equals the sine of 38.14 divided by x. And I solve for x by cross multiplying and then dividing by the sine of 64. And that will give us our x value in this case. And we're going to get x equals 39.166 feet. Okay.